GM, welcome to the Crypto Weekly Recap. My name is Josh Gordon, I'm your host, and let's talk crypto. Let's dive into what went on this week. We've got some big stories to cover, some news from Unstoppable Domains, and of course, we're always gonna shout out an NFT project of the week. So let's jump right on in. Our first story of the week is about OpenSea. Now, OpenSea announced a new protocol called Seaport. Now, Seaport is a brand new Web3 marketplace protocol for safely and efficiently buying and selling NFTs. Now, what they announced was that this is a new open source protocol. OpenSea is a platform where you buy, sell, and trade NFTs. They're the largest NFT marketplace out there right now, and this is an interesting move by them. So I'm going to share some from their blog post here. Now, they said this protocol Seaport is not just for OpenSea, it's for the builders, the creators, the collectors of NFTs. The core smart contract is open source and inherently decentralized with no contract owner. So what does that mean? Well, right now, OpenSea is a marketplace platform kind of like Facebook. And that platform allows you to offer the service of selling your NFT on it. Well, OpenSea controls the platform 100%. They control what coins you can sell in, which collections can trade on the platform. But by open sourcing this protocol called Seaport, other people can now spin up their own marketplaces if they want to do things differently. So if you're a developer and you're passionate about marketplaces and building new features that you're not seeing OpenSea roll out, you can put together your own version. Now, not easy to do, but it's really cool to see that they are open sourcing because that really will spur innovation. When more people are working with the same tools and contributing to the same code base, you can start adding features and building on top of each other in a composable way. And that's really the Web3 way. So, the protocol also allows for some really interesting selling dynamics. You'll be able to trade NFTs and sell them for ETH or any ERC20 token. You could even list your NFTs and request both a offer for a token and an NFT in exchange. For example, I have a Mutant Ape Yacht Club NFT. I could request 25 ETH plus one. Let's see, what could be a good trade for my Mutant Ape? You could maybe do a Mutant Ape for 5 ETH and 3 squiggles or something like that. So you can do combo tokens, fungible tokens, and non-fungible tokens, which is really interesting. So OpenSea goes on and they say that this is only the beginning of Seaport. So they want to build this initial version of the protocol to unlock new use cases and optimizations that creators and collectors can expect from a modern Web3 marketplace, but they really want this to be the foundation that other developers and people build on top of. So we'll see how this goes about. It's pretty cool that they're freeing this up and they're giving it out to the world to build on. And now let's see where the innovation takes us. So ultimately, I think this is gonna be a good thing for NFT traders. More features we have in our marketplaces will ultimately just make this a better user experience for us overall. Story number 2, we're gonna talk about buying the dip. Now, it is impossible to time the perfect time to buy the dip, but I'm actually not talking about buying crypto on the dip. I'm talking about buying stocks. So something interesting that I saw this week was the Coinbase co-founder, Fred Ehrsam. When Coinbase IPO'd, originally sold a ton of shares around the IPO price and has not bought any stock since until now. Fred bought 75 million in company stock over the past 2 weeks, between May 13th and 17th, and this is coming out, some of this news is coming out now. So he acquired 1.1 million shares for an average price of $68.70, which again is the first time that he's bought Coinbase stock since the exchange went public back in April 2021. So they went public at around a price of $380, didn't buy any stock, and now bought in around $68. So Fred definitely bought this dip. Now, at the time that he sold his shares, the price was $328 per share. He made almost 500 million in that sale. And since his purchase now at the bottom of Coinbase, he's still down. Coinbase stock went down slightly. So out of his total buys, he's down about $2 million right now. But it's interesting. I think that when you see people who have this much knowledge around the crypto industry and especially, the company that he helped found, and he gets back into it, we're seeing Fred is super bullish on the future of Coinbase and is identifying this purchase price as a potential local bottom. So, the stock market, we've seen some ridiculous sell-offs recently. Snapchat dropped 45% in one day, Target dropped 25% in one day, and Coinbase has just been, going down and down and down and down over the last couple months. Really since IPO. So we'll see if this was the bottom or not. One more person to note is Kathy Wood, who runs the ARK investment fund. She also bought some Coinbase shares. The ARK fund bought 546,000 Coinbase shares. And after Coinbase stock has crashed recently, they're up 25%. She did a little bit better job timing that dip, but we're seeing two really influential people buy Coinbase stock right now. I don't know, never financial advice, but it's something I'm keeping my eye on when trying to time personally when I'm entering the markets again. Story number 3, gotta talk about the new Andreessen Horowitz crypto investment fund. This is massive. This is their crypto fund 4. Now, this is a $4.5 billion crypto fund, which brings their overall crypto venture capital raises over $7.5 billion. So they put out a blog post, and in it says this: since the advent of computing in the 1940s, there's been a major computing cycle every 10 to 15 years, including PCs in the 80s, internet in the 90s, mobile computing in the early 2000s, and we believe that blockchains will power the next major computing cycle, and that is what we call crypto and Web3. So they say most computing cycles have these golden eras where it's the right mix of talent and infrastructure and knowledge, and it all comes together. And they're seeing that right now in Web3. So they think that crypto is in this golden era right now and are really doubling down on it. They go on to say, programmable blockchains are sufficiently advanced and a diverse range of apps have reached tens of millions of users. More importantly, a massive wave of world-class talent has entered Web3 within the last year. They're brilliant and passionate and want to build a better internet. So they're going big. They've been investing in crypto since 2013, and this is their 4th crypto fund. Again, $4.5 billion. And of that, $1.5 billion will go towards seed investments, and $3 billion will go towards venture investments. So I think that this is gonna go into the next 100 crypto companies or more. We'll see how far this $4.5 billion goes. I mean, that can go a long way. So, and we'll be seeing innovation and companies getting funded out of this fund for years to come. So regardless of crypto prices today, we got to remember that innovation and building in the Web3 ecosystem will be happening for years. Unstoppable Domains is one of those companies. We're going to be here for the long run, regardless of market price. But I'm excited to see, what companies get created out of this. All right, let's talk about Unstoppable Domains news. So first, I want to highlight our digital identity blog posts. Now, we are coming out with a weekly series on identity and thought leadership around it, how we see digital identity evolving, and these blog posts are super insightful and quick reads. So please, check out this blog post. It's up on the screen. We'll have a link to it in the description. These are coming out weekly. My colleagues are crushing it writing these. So this first one is all about your digital identity and how it's fragmented across various networks and platforms. Your Twitter info, it doesn't cross over to your TikTok platform or Facebook. Your digital identity is platform bound. And when you use login with Unstoppable, you can carry that username with you across many different applications. So there's really 4 future and current benefits that NFT domains have regarding your portable identity. And that's a single universal login across applications. You can protect your data. You have a wide range of data that should be connected to your digital identity, and NFT domains keep that data safe and sound. You can monetize your data on your own terms. And lastly, you carry your identity with you across the web. So check this article out. Shout out to the team working on those right now. The second Unstoppable news I want to highlight is we have a community workshop on June 1st That's between the hours of 11:30 to 1 p.m. Eastern, and the whole UD fam is welcome to join. The topic is about publishing WordPress sites for IPFS, and that is more details on our Discord. So if you're interested in that kind of workshop, you want to build a decentralized website, head over to Discord. Details on that workshop are coming. This is one that some of my colleagues have done a couple different times, and I've heard great reviews around learning about how to set up your own decentralized website and learning the ins and outs of IPFS. So super awesome to see. Now I want to shout out our community member of the week. Let me shout out EmilyAnnAI.nft. Emily jumped on the UD Fam Spotlight Twitter space that we run every single week. If you're repping an NFT domain name and you're a creator or entrepreneur in the space, I would love to have you on and talk about your story and share it with the rest of the UD Fam community. Now, Emily is a 23-year-old AI generative artist. She uses various computer programs to create art and uses it as an accessibility tool. So her mind and words drive the AI, which is her canvas. Now, despite having a disability, Emily can create and connect with people all over the world, and her mission is to inspire other people to create and join Web3 because it truly is a world with no limitations. Now, Emily's art's fantastic. It was awesome chopping it up with her on our Twitter space. Check her out, give her a follow on Twitter, and keep creating. All right, and for our NFT project of the week, I want to highlight one on Solana, and this one is called Step Finance. Step is the front page of Solana, so it allows you to see everything, track your balances, complex positions across a range of projects on Solana. It's built for DeFi, so you can compound and claim your rewards easily from one spot, whether you're in a bunch of yield farms and protocols. Step allows you to see all of that in one area. And they also have a token that's designed to reward users and holders. They have some interesting tokenomics going on. Step's tokenomics are designed to drive usage of the platform while also rewarding users and holders. So we had the co-founder of Step on the Unstoppable podcast, George Harap. It's going to be dropping in a couple weeks now on the pod once we get to that episode in the queue. But George gave a great breakdown of everything going on in Solana, and I just really wanted to highlight Step because it's really interesting. If you're in DeFi, you can probably really empathize with having positions across all these protocols, and you might have 10 different tabs open to see where all your different money is staked and the pools it's in. But Steph helps congregate that all in one place for you. That's it for this week's Crypto Weekly Recap. I really appreciate you listening in. Please check out the Unstoppable podcast. Give us a follow and a like there. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and like the video. It really helps me reach more Web3 curious native people. I'm trying to educate. Unstoppable Domains is trying to bring billions of people to Web3, and you can help with that. So with that, I'll see you next week. I'll see you in the metaverse. Hit me up on Twitter if you've ever got questions. Peace out.